the Philippine Economic Zone Authority. What is Peza? If I ask you right now, if I ask everyone here, I think not everyone can really tell me what is the mandate of Peza. So now I will try to help you guys understand a bit more of this wonderful authority. Peza is a self-sustaining government agency. But first, what is Peza? Peza is the Philippine Economic Zone Authority. It is one of the investment promotions agency. May insurance po ba kayo dito? Meron, good. So, Peza is one of the investment promotion agencies here in the Philippines. Hindi ko po memorize yung other 16, but we are under the DTI. So ano po bang ginagawa ng investment promotions agency? We are here to invite investors to come and invest in our country to bring in much needed capital growth. Para makakuha ho tayo ng mga trabaho. Bakit ho natin kailangan ng trabaho? Para ho mabigyan ho natin yung mga kababayan natin ng mas magandang buhay. So, Peza is a self-sustaining government agency created under RA number 7916, known as the Special Economic Zone Act of 1995. So, yung batas po na gumawa po sa Peza was enacted noong 1995 pa po. So, medyo archaic na po siya. And meron hong bagong batas, which is the CREATE Law, which explains more about the incentives to be given to investors. So, if I ask, hindi na po ako dito sa baba, mas maganda pong matangkad. So, if I ask you guys, Peza, hindi na nga ho natin masyadong alam. We are not much aware of what Peza is. But if I tell you right now what Peza can contribute and has contributed, baka sana ho, we change our minds towards what we think about Peza. Peza contributes about 16% of the Philippines' gross domestic product. I'm guessing that not everybody knows this. Second is, well, ito po, yung 79.99%. Hindi pa po yan na-update. Kasi it's actually 82% of the entire country's exports. We contribute that. And hindi lang ho kami masyadong, we are not that super flashy about our achievements, but we also give out 58.88% of service exports. What are service exports? Service exports are actually the services that we give out to other countries, which are, for example, IT centers, BPO centers, yung mga serbisyo po na binibigay po ng mga kababayan natin. So, always remember the 16% GDP, the 82% exports, and the 58.88% service exports. So, Peza's performance since 1995 up to 2022, these are figures po eh. Pero what I can tell you about are jobs. And I know pretty much that lahat po tayo dito, we understand how important the job is. We cannot just give out band-aid solutions. We cannot just give out ayuda. But we can give jobs. We can create quality jobs. And Peza has done just that. In every one direct job that Peza gives, there are 5 indirect jobs. So ibig sabihin no, it's not only the workers within the eco zones, but also those who they service out to that eco zone. So Peza accounts for 93.43% total Philippine exports. Yan po yung sa shares natin. We already gave out $16.86 billion for the first few months of 2023. So Peza, actually, we do every year. We always say, oh, we have done our record-breaking. Pero we continue to do that because we cannot just have, yung magsistay lang po kami doon, but we continue to exceed what we have set out. So Peza hosts about 422 ecozones and 4,372 locator companies nationwide. Ano po ba yung mga ecozones? Ano po ba pwede sa mga ecozones? First are IT parks and centers. Very important po yan. Di ba sinabi ho ng ating presidente during his SONA that his 8-point socio-economic agenda consists of digitalization. So that IT parks and centers would provide better data servicing towards our consumers here in the Philippines. Second are manufacturing. 24, much important also, are our agro-industrial parks. Bakit ho importante ang ating agro-industrial parks? Because the Philippines is an agricultural superpower. We have yet to hone the maximum potential of our agricultural sector. So that is very important also. Second is, of course, tourism. Third is medical tourism. And we also have new frontiers. You know yung aerotropolis. If you think about what is an aerotropolis, aero, near an airport. So ibig sabihin ho, we would want to venture into an eco-zone development that is near an airport kasi po, buong ecosystem would be involved. Second, yan po yung madami. I would not bore you anymore. But, ito po yung, we are starting to initiate this. We already have drafted a MOA. Actually not drafted, we have already executed a MOA together with DOST with regard to the KISS parks. KISS parks. Diba? Very new to us. What is a KISS park? A KISS park is knowledge, innovation, science, and technology parks. That is where, you know, I try to talk in Tagalog. I try to train myself to talk in Tagalog because I'm not really good. But of course, we have our visitors here. So, pasensyahan niyo ako pag konyo. So, KISS Parks, this consists of innovation hubs. This is where our TESDA will come into play. Dito ho natin, this is where businessmen can invest their hard-earned money to make our people here more knowledgeable about science and technology. So, now, I'm going to talk to you about locator investments by nationality and sector. I don't think it is a surprise to you guys if the Japanese is number one here. The Japanese has always been number one. Why? Because we have already established trust with them. And they have a lot invested here. I think almost $1 trillion already invested here in the Philippines and has continued to rise above and above. And the next, of course, is Filipino, ang ating mga domestic mga investors. Our Filipinos, dapat number one ang Filipinos here. But, of course, we need capital investment from other foreign direct investors. Next is American, Dutch, British, Singaporean, and Korean. Sa Korean, well, we are starting to have talks with them with regard to the science and technology. And I think we have heard also in the news that Koreans are pretty much into agriculture also. So hopefully, they come and invest in our country, hire more Filipinos, because the Filipinos are the best workforce in the world. Diba? Ewan ko na lang pag hindi nyo pa sinabing hindi tayo. But we are the best Filipino workforce. Because first, our English is subpar. Second is because our attitudes... sorry sir. Perfect. Perfect. I stand corrected. Panyero. You said. Our English are better than most of our neighboring countries in the Southeast Asian regions. So that is why foreign businesses always want to invest here in the Philippines because our Filipino workforce is just pretty much the best. Next is, eto medyo aakyat ko lang po yung bangko namin ng konti. Because we're talking here, why should we invest in Peza? Because basically, hindi lamang recognitions locally ang nakuha namin, but globally. We got the IFC World Bank for best practice among economic zones worldwide. It's not only here in the Philippines, it's not only among the investment promotion agencies, but we got the best practices amongst all the ecozones worldwide. So, we're very proud of this. And we also support sustainability. You know guys, whenever we talk about sustainability, we only think about the environment. We only would want to credit, ENR, and those who handle the environment. But in our ecozones, we try our best to walk the talk. We practice what we preach about sustainability, and we also make sure that our locators and developers also practice the same. what is the strategic importance of ecozones? Kasi you might be asking, oh, attorney, bakit pa ako? Why invest in an ecozone? Why just not invest, in a normal business? Why? Because firstly, productivity enhancing investments will be promoted. Our country must become an investment destination, capitalizing on the corporate recovery and tax incentives for enterprises or the trade law. More on that later. Because ecozones will fully support to bring in strategic industries. So in layman's term, this is very much technical. Anong meron sa ecozone that other, businesses do not have? If you invest in an ecozone, you would not only get incentives, but you would also get the protection of Peza and that of the entire country. Because when you invest in the ecozone, first is, who wouldn't want to have VAT-free importation? Who wouldn't want to have income tax holidays for up to 17 years? 4 to 17 years of income tax holidays. And thirdly, those who would be investing here in the Philippines would not only be getting visas, but also that of their dependents. So lahat yan, naayos po namin yan. So the roadmap of Peza basically is, bring in more investments. Bring in more money here in the Philippines. Let us make the lives of our Filipinos better by giving them jobs. By creating an ecosystem wherein money is given to everyone and not just one. I think I talked about, as my panyero Yusek said, we are not subpar. We are the best workforce in the Philippines, in the world. So, and bakit po sa Peza again? I don't want to talk about the other IPAs because pare-pareho naman pong magagaling lahat yan. But Peza boasts of something that no other IPA can boast of. First is, we adhere to the no red tape, only red carpet treatment. What is the no red tape and only red carpet treatment? Basically, ayaw po namin ng matagal. Ayaw po namin ng delay. Sa amin ho sa Peza, lahat po ng papers, all of the papers will be completed. This is a promise sa Peza ho, within 20 to 30 days. And why red carpet treatment? Why red carpet treatment? Because these people who invest their hard-earned money in the Philippines do not only deserve, protection and help with their compliances, but they deserve the respect of not making them wait, not making them endure corruption. That is why, always remember, only Peza gives out the hard-earned commitment of no red tape, only red carpet treatment. And syempre ho, meron din ho tayo dito sa one-stop shop. If you invest in Peza, you will not be paying any local government permits, fees, ECCs. No. The ECCs, we're gonna help you get that from DNR. The ECC basically po is one driver. You cannot get a tenurial instrument without an ECC. Environmental Compliance Certificate. You get that from the EMP of any DNR. So next. 7 priority sectors. This is where we want our foreigners to invest. First is advanced manufacturing. This is very important because manufacturing gives out exports. We can contribute more if we have more manufacturing enterprises here in the Philippines. Second is extractives, green ores, processing. Third, agricultural and blue industries. And of course, IT services and frontier technologies, renewable energy, yung KISS parks, and integration. Ito po yung importante. Ito po yung na-explain ko kaninang innovation hubs. And to integration of the SMEs. Siyempre, when we think about ecozones, we think about the 1% of the Philippines. We think about yung mga may kayang magbigay ng 5 billion. Those who can invest, billions of money into the ecozone. But we want the SMEs to take benefit also of this. Our small, medium enterprises must also be included in the growth. How? When we integrate the SMEs into the ecozone value chain, sa ecosystem po, these SMEs can also reap out yung benefit from that when the people from the ecozones go out of the said ecozone. So when we integrate the SMEs, not only with the middle class be helped out, but also those in the lower. The Philippines, this is very, mabigat. The Philippines is the most promising and best performing economy in ASEAN. Because we have what it takes for any foreign investor who wants to introduce their product or create their product in the Philippines in order to supply and cater to the domestic and world market. I think those who are working in the government know about this. The ease of doing business. Right? The ease of doing business. Pag wala ho tayong ease of doing business, no foreigner would want to invest here. Ease of doing business, ARTA, those who would want their permits to be processed within that certain time that the government has prescribed. So doon po tayo dapat umangat lalo. We should help out our foreign investors to have more, to gain more respect by giving them the ease of doing business. And that is what we want in Peza to develop. So, this is the end na po of my presentation. Thank you so much.